Major League Baseball is scheduled to open the 2024 regular season this week, and columnist Dan Pink is using this time to float another idea in his Why Not series for the Washington Post. The series seeks to float ideas into the conversation that challenge the regular order of things in order to either address a problem or at least spark meaningful conversation. In this offering, Pink suggests selling Major League Baseball teams to their fans, particularly his hometown team of the Washington Nationals. So Washington Post contributing columnist Daniel Pink joins me now. So Dan, three families have owned the Washington baseball team for 20 years, or Washington major teams for 20 years. Why do you want the fans now to own the team?
Well, John, these three owners haven't done very well. The owners of the Washington Nationals have a losing record. The owners of the over their ownership, the owner of the Washington Wizards, our NBA team, has a very losing record since its ownership. And of course, our beleaguered NFL team, the Commanders, and our recently departed owner has an even worse record. Now, here's the thing. It's okay to have a losing record, but all of those owners have increased their net worth by owning these franchises by literally billions of dollars. So the fans get losses and they get gains, and that doesn't seem fair, especially when we fans are paying for so many of the public facilities that allow them to make their money and field their team. So I'm saying, why not sell the learners were selling the team. They didn't get the $2 billion they wanted. I think if we get enough fans together, they can sell the team to the fans. And it's a model that's worked in other sports in other countries.
So you say, and you're already inching up to this, but you write that pro sports reflect the crudest defects of the modern U.S. economy. So that would be this relationship between continuing to lose but continuing to make money. But what did you mean by that in terms of the larger economic picture?
Well, what we see now is that we have outsized gains in the economy going to a very rarefied number of people. And sometimes it's because of their ingenuity. There's no question about that. But other times it's because the system isn't working. The system is advantaging incumbents and to the disadvantage of customers and employees. And that's certainly the case in pro sports. All the decisions in pro sports are made by owners. Owners decide whether a team can be sold. Owners decide whether a new team can be added to a league. And at the same time, owners are always seeking out tax breaks, new stadiums, new roads, and it just doesn't seem just. And there are, as I said, there are models out there for fielding great sports teams that make money, but that treat their fans and their customers a little more equitably.
Well, let me ask you about one of those, the Green Bay Packers, right? Aren't they? They've been owned for 100 years by their fans. How does that work? And is that one of the models you're talking about?
It absolutely is. The Packers have been owned by their fans for 100 years, exactly as you say, John. They since 2000, they have the third best record in the NFL. And so what it is fans can buy shares of the team. Fans own shares of the team. When the team needs money, say, that's not coming in through regular revenue from ticket sales and merchandise and whatnot, say they want to expand Lambeau Field, they will sell stock to fans. And the stock proceeds then go to expand the stadium. So taxpayers aren't on the hook, and the fans have a stake. The fans get certain limited voting rights to pick certain executives who are making the decisions about coaches and general managers and things like that. And so this is not some kind of like crazy socialist scheme I cooked up with Bernie Sanders. I mean, this is the business model of an incredibly successful pro sports franchise here in the United States.
Yeah, one of the greatest franchises in all of sports.
Yeah.
Daniel Pink, go ahead.
Oh, and it's also a model in the European leagues. Yeah. The European leagues, some of the iconic soccer franchises, Barcelona, FC Barcelona, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, they're owned by fans too. So we can do this in the United States, John.
Daniel Pink, contributing columnist for the Washington Post. Thanks a lot, Dan.